Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining me today. I am Assoc, Prof. Yasser M. Madany, a senior IEEE member and URSI senior member. Today, we'll be exploring researching and using the web within the broader field of information technology. Over the next few minutes, I'll take you through some key insights and practical tips on how to effectively navigate and utilize web resources for your research and projects. So, let's get started and make this session both informative and engaging. Let's take a moment to look at the outline for today's presentation. This slide is designed to give you a clear roadmap of what we'll be covering. First, we'll go over the key points thoroughly, but in a conversational way, so it's easy to follow along. I want to make sure we highlight the most important concepts, those ideas that really drive the message home. And as we go through each part, I'll connect these points back to the overall theme of the presentation, so you can see how everything fits together. This outline will serve as a guide to help you understand the structure and flow of what's coming next. Let's take a moment to look at this overview slide. Here, we're setting the stage for the rest of our presentation by highlighting the key points we'll explore together. First, we'll discuss the main concepts that underpin our topic, ensuring we understand the foundational ideas. Then, we'll look at how these ideas connect to the bigger picture, emphasizing their relevance and impact. Throughout, my goal is to keep things clear and engaging, so you can see how each piece fits into the overall theme we're exploring today. This overview is really about giving you a roadmap, so you know what to expect and how everything ties together. Let's take a look at some of the key sources of information and how we access them, starting with information sources. When we think about gathering reliable data, traditional sources like books, academic journals, and official reports come to mind. These are often thorough and well-vetted, making them trustworthy foundations for our research. On the other hand, we have search engines, which are incredibly powerful tools for quickly finding information online. They give us instant access to a vast array of content, from news articles and blog posts to videos and more. Connecting these ideas to our overall theme, it's important to recognize that both sources play vital roles. While search engines help us explore and discover new information efficiently, traditional sources provide depth and credibility. Balancing these tools is key to conducting comprehensive and reliable research. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide. Now, let's take a look at the importance of our information sources and specialized review platforms. These are crucial for ensuring the accuracy and reliability of the data we use. When we talk about information sources, we're referring to the various channels from which we gather data, whether it's academic journals, industry reports, or reputable websites. These sources form the foundation of our knowledge base. On the other hand, specialized review platforms are those dedicated spaces where experts evaluate, verify, and sometimes curate content. They help us filter out noise and focus on high-quality, validated information. These platforms are especially valuable when we're dealing with complex or technical topics, as they provide peer-reviewed insights and consensus. Connecting this to our overall theme, emphasizing reliable information sources and review platforms enhances the credibility of our work and decision-making process. It's about building trust through quality data, which ultimately strengthens the integrity of our entire project. Now, let's take a look at some of the key information sources we rely on, specifically public wikis and encyclopedias. These resources are incredibly valuable because they provide a broad overview of topics that are accessible to everyone. They're often the first place people go when they want to get a quick understanding of a subject. What's important to remember is that while these sources are useful for general knowledge, they can vary in accuracy and depth. That's why it's crucial to cross-reference information from multiple sources, especially when making important decisions or conducting research. In the context of our overall theme, understanding how information is gathered and verified, public wikis and encyclopedias serve as starting points. They help us build a foundational understanding, but they also remind us of the importance of critical thinking and further investigation. Ultimately, these sources are a great way to get a quick snapshot, but they should be complemented with more specialized or authoritative sources for comprehensive and reliable information. When it comes to online training, the Internet offers a wealth of information sources that open up many learning opportunities. You can find educational content in a variety of formats, from videos and articles to interactive courses and webinars. This diversity means there's something for everyone, no matter your preferred learning style. Online training has really gained popularity because of its flexibility and accessibility. It allows learners to tailor their education to fit their schedules and preferences. This is especially important as we think about how to make learning more effective and engaging for everyone. By leveraging these abundant online resources, we're able to expand our knowledge base and develop new skills more conveniently than ever before. It's a key part of how modern learning supports continuous growth and adaptation in our fast-changing world. Let's talk about informal training sites. These are alternative locations where training can take place outside of traditional settings. They offer flexibility and can often be more accessible for learners. The key point here is that informal sites can enhance learning by providing real-world contexts, which makes the training more relevant and engaging. These sites are especially useful when formal training spaces are limited or when hands-on experience is crucial. They help bridge the gap between classroom theory and practical application. Connecting this to our overall theme, utilizing informal training sites is about maximizing opportunities for learning in diverse environments. It emphasizes adaptability and resourcefulness in training strategies, ensuring that learners gain the skills they need in the most effective settings. Massive open online courses, or MOOCs, have really transformed the landscape of education in recent years. They're accessible to anyone with an internet connection, which means breaking down geographical and financial barriers that traditionally limited learning opportunities. These courses are usually offered by leading universities and institutions, providing high-quality content to a global audience. What's particularly exciting about MOOCs is their scalability. They can accommodate thousands of learners at once, fostering a diverse and vibrant online community. Learners can engage with video lectures, interactive quizzes, and discussion forums to deepen their understanding. From the overall theme of digital transformation in education, MOOCs exemplify how technology can democratize learning and make lifelong education more achievable for everyone. They're not just about accessing information, they're about creating an inclusive, flexible, and engaging learning environment for people everywhere. Training by industry-specific organizations plays a crucial role in building expertise tailored to particular fields. These organizations understand the unique challenges and requirements of their industries, so they can design targeted training programs that really hit the mark. By partnering with these groups, companies can ensure their teams develop the right skills efficiently. It's also a great way to stay current with industry standards and best practices. Overall, leveraging industry-specific training helps organizations remain competitive and innovative, which ties back to our broader goal of continuous improvement and specialized growth. Using the web offers incredible opportunities, but it's important to be aware of the risks and pitfalls that come with it. When navigating online spaces, you might encounter security threats like phishing scams or malware, which can compromise your data or devices. It's also easy to fall into traps such as misinformation or scams that seem convincing at first glance. That's why having clear strategies is essential. For example, always verify sources before sharing or trusting information, keep your software updated to protect against vulnerabilities, and use strong, unique passwords. Remember, the key is to stay vigilant and proactive. Connecting all this back to our overall theme, being mindful of these risks helps ensure you can leverage the web's benefits safely and confidently. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide. Thank you for your attention. If you'd like to get in touch or have any questions, here is my contact information. You can reach me via my email at contact@madany.com or Dr. Yasser, madany@yahoo.com. Additionally, I'm available through my IEE email at madany@iee.org. For more details about my work and research, please visit my website at https://imadany.com. Once again, I truly appreciate your time and engagement. Thank you very much.